Listen, I am so excited to announce my mastermind course, Dr. Heavenly University. Listen, this has been such a long time coming. I've owned and operated multi-million-dollar corporations, and now I want to give this information to everyone. The first thing, we're going to start by giving away a free webinar. After that, we're going to give a 5-day challenge. We're going to start with your mindset, and we're going to end with self-care, because you can have all the money in the world, but without personal health care and taking care of yourself, it means nothing. We're going to get into business, trust, and leaving a legacy for your children, banking, and getting the loans that you need to start your businesses, all the 7 streams of income, and so much more. I'm so excited to give all this information to you. Click the link below to join my 5-day challenge, the Total Freedom Challenge. Hey y'all, what's up? Dr. Heavenly here. How y'all doing today? Listen, we're talking about my 5-day challenge. Y'all already know. We're talking about business, money, and relationships. And we also talking about a few things you're going to get at Dr. Heavenly University. Now, I told y'all before, I'm going to start out with a free webinar. We're giving a webinar away absolutely free. And basically what it's talking about is risk versus reward. Y'all know, if y'all got some passive income and it's coming in easy, then it's more risk, okay? If you're making money and you're making 3% a week, you know it's more risk, right? But there is more reward with more risk, okay? So think about that. And join my free webinar at DrHeavenlyUniversity.com, one-stop shop to financial freedom. Then after that, we're giving a 5-day challenge. Now, the 5-day challenge, somebody asked me today, Dr. Heavenly, if I can't come every night, is it recorded? Absolutely, it's recorded. Absolutely, it's recorded. And then from the 5-day challenge, we're giving, if you watch any of my blogs, we talking about business, we talking about money, we talking about relationships, we talking about health, wealth, wellness. We get into all the layers of financing. And that gives me today, we bringing y'all another special guest. This is what we do. We bring it on down to the YouTube and we talk about it, okay? So I want to see y'all down to the YouTube. I'm going to look at my comments. Wait a minute, I can't see them. Wait a minute, I can see y'all now. Hey. Listening from Florida, TB. Hi, Dr. Henry. I love you so much. Love you too, Terry. How y'all doing this evening? And I'm going live, and I'm going to just go on and bring in my guest, and I'm going to have her introduce herself. Okay, Tiffany, you ready, baby? Come on, sugar.
I am. Hello. How are you guys?
I'm doing wonderfully. How are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful.
Now, I'm talking about Dr. Heavenly University, and I wanted to talk to you for a minute. There are a lot of fascinating females out there, men too, but I cater to the women, females out there that are doing some powerful things. And I've been able to meet Miss Tiffany Williams, and she's doing some powerful things. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself and tell y'all what she does and how she's going to be a part of Dr. Heavenly University.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Dr. Heavenly. I really appreciate it. Guys, I have been in the financial services industry for almost 15 years. I started out in the credit restoration field to business credit, entity development, funding for business credit. Then I wanted to actually streamline and be that one-stop shop where we can evolve in a way that is not really introduced to our culture. So I started learning about the trusts. I started learning about the irrevocable and the revocable and the benefits, connecting those with the business and a business structure that's actually structured 100% correct. A lot of people don't know the value and whether or not they should have the LLC, the S Corp, the C Corp, and then launching that with the trust as the security component. So for me, I've been doing that for several years. I help to make sure most of my clients, if not all of them, hit their marks. financially. We're talking multiple 6 and 7 figures. We're talking about diversifying. We're talking about streamlining the business, creating more streams in the business in that coaching sector. So what I do is to evolve the personal side and the business side to meet the prospective goals of my clients. It's a one-stop shop. It's not one of those things that you can create one thing for all people. We have to actually sit and see what individuals need from the personal and business sector and create that blueprint for them individually. And that's what I do.
I love that. I love that, Tiffany. One thing that drawed me to you is because I was making it very plain that we are here to empower our people. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We're here to empower them financially. Now, y'all know I do my mess on Married to Medicine, and don't be calling me about no posted pictures and stuff like that, because y'all know it's my job to be a little messy. Okay, we got to keep the show going so we keep the platform going so we can help y'all with y'all finances. And the great thing about the Financial Freedom and the One-Stop Total Freedom Challenge is I love doing it. It's my passion. It's my calling. But not only am I doing it from the point of having the experience, I'm learning as well. So when I bring people like Tiffany in and other people as well, the lady we had last time, and I'm learning as well. So things that might have taken me 15 years to learn, I can learn in 90 days because I have somebody in front of me that knows it. Nobody knows everything. And that's the power of being in the room with people that think like me, think big, and we ain't trying to get no bag. We said that a long time ago. We're not trying to, the bag is cute. It really is. But we're trying to go for the vault. We already got the bag.
Yes.
We're trying to bring people along with us. The number one way to make it to the vault is to bring other people with you. We learn together. And one thing I talked about doing my webinar is free of charge. But when you join my 5-day challenge, you get my free ebook, Dr. Heavenly's Business Prescriptions, because that's my area. Her area is the trust part and all of that. And we're going to talk about that and so much more. But my area is the business, teaching people how to start and run a successful business. I wrote a book. I got the book, the workbook, everything. And we're ready to teach people because you got to have several streams. It's biblical. We're going to bring it back to the Bible. At least 7 streams of income. And that goes with business. That goes with real estate. Real estate got to be in there because that's the number one way to get wealth, right? Then we got to go into other assets. We got some passive income instruments, and then we got to get into the trust of how you protect your assets and you keep them for your children's children. We're talking about generational wealth. That's all we're talking about at Dr. Heavenly's University. And we're gonna help make some millionaires. I mean, and my thing is, after you do the 5-day challenge, by invite, we will allow you to come into the mastermind coaching. Now, that's where the serious network happens, where you're in the room with some fine people that are multi-6-figure, 7-figure individuals. And if nothing more, just the networking. But we got a whole class we setting up. We got the research for you. Once we give you the education, you're going to understand why it's so important for you to follow through. And you're going to get excited just like us, because making money ain't hard. It ain't. Keeping it. Now, that's the ticker. That's the ticket. So we're going to teach y'all both how to make the money. Who wants some money? Because y'all ain't sick. Y'all broke, right? People broke. How you make money? And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to let Tiffany tell you, this is probably the single best time to make money when the market is crashing. When y'all think about we going into a recession and all of that, that's when millionaires are made. 2008 was a great time for people that were prepared to make money. They were prepared. They were able to get those homes on pennies on a dollar, 20, 30, 40% less. Okay. So that's the time millionaires are made. And y'all know when this housing bubble bursts, there are going to be people looking for housing. So now we're talking about apartment buildings. And then we got people in place that can get you the funding. Not only fix your credit, because I'm telling you, anybody can get loan, fix your credit. Get your job first now. You got to have some income now. I'm going to tell y'all that to get to you got to work for it, right? I'm going to tell you, I know y'all don't like to hear that because we got some passive streams too. But that passive stuff is risky. It just is. Anytime you're getting a great reward for something, it's a great risk. So we want you to be all over the place. We want you to get that too, because it's worth the risk, I think. But we want you to get the real estate, which is solid, and understand how to use debt to buy real assets, meaning land, meaning oil, meaning energy, meaning things like precious metals and other things. So debt is worthless, right? The fiat, the dollar is worthless, right? But you use that debt because people are willing to give the money now because they know it is, and you buy real assets. But Tiffany, I want to hear from you on what do you do as far as like buying real assets, and what do you recommend starting out? You start out fixing your credit, right? And where do you go from there?
So once you fix your credit is actually just leverage, and the leverage that you want to do, you want to make sure that you have is personal leverage and business leverage. Those are two individuals. You actually can maximize at a higher level frequency when you can operate from both. You don't have to put your personal assets at stake with higher liability if you have business credit and a business associated with it. But if you need one or the other, you should have them both. So once you restore your credit, you want to get credit you want to have your credit all the way around the board at a 720 or higher. Everybody's like, I made it to the 600s. Yeah, but don't get too excited. You want to get in the 720 and above. You want to make sure that your inquiry level is low. That's 3 to 4 inquiries on each bureau. And you want to make sure that when you are looking at your credit, make sure that you don't have those inaccurate accusations, those erroneous items and omissions on the reports. In layman terms, you have to make sure that everything is 100% accurate on your credit reports. That is imperative. If it's not, it can be removed and removed legally by law from the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws and litigation that are in process. After you do that, if you are an employee, that's perfectly fine. But if you're an employeepreneur, that's even better because you actually have your liabilities come out of your business, but from your income from personal gained income. So that would be your work income. Your Schedule C with your losses, it correlates with your work income. So you actually get an opportunity to pay less taxes if you're structured correctly. You want to make sure that your articles, your EIN number, the addresses, and I already know Dr. Heavenly's workbook is absolutely phenomenal in detail. You want to follow that and make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's. A lot of people say, oh, I got my EIN number. I got my articles. I got my Duns and Bradstreet, right? But there are so many other components when it comes to building business credit. And that's you have SBFE. You have Business Equifax. You have Business Experian. You have Dun and Bradstreet. You don't just want vendor credit. You want multiple streams of income diversified, even when it comes to building business credit. That's lines of credit. That's major credit cards that you can pull capital and actually use that OPM for leverage. It's not just about other people's money. It's other people's mind power. It's making money off other people's mistakes. It's other people's manufacturing. So you have to leverage opportunity. For me, I have created multiple businesses, and in that, each one of them have its own separate business credit. So I buy single family homes and rent them out or Airbnb them. I have Airbnb apartments that are arbitrage, so to speak. So you rent them. You have to make sure that you can legally do that. And if you have the proper foundation set with your business, your financials are in order. Your banking is in order. A lot of the apartment complexes will be glad to give you a unit if you're renting it and you are stable and you show credit worthiness.
Absolutely.
So
okay. And one thing I wanted to tell y'all is, listen, we're not giving financial advice. We're giving financial education. And I will always tell you to go to your tax attorney, get your tax attorney. And that's what we're bringing to the table. People with the credentials, my CPA, my tax attorney, all that. And there's a girl crying about the $97. The $97 is to keep the fluff out. Because if you ain't got $97, you're not ready for this information anyway. I mean, you just not. And I'm just being real. Like, if you don't have $97 to spend the finance and get total freedom, I'm bringing my people. You have to have multiple six-figure millions to even talk to some of these people. And I'm bringing them to the table at Dr. Heavenly University. $97, trust me, it ain't going to make or break me. What I'm saying is I'm trying to keep the fluff out the room to see who's serious about making money, because actually after the $97, we're going to talk about the mastermind, and the mastermind is what we're going to make millionaires, because we're going to walk you through it. We're going to put you with the right people. We're going to show you how to do it. And it's going to be fun. This is what I like doing. And I don't know, Tiffany all into the stuff, and she's very passionate about what she's doing. She's trying to give all the information before y'all pay you $97. Listen, but I'm jokingly saying that. But the main thing is, this is my passion, y'all. This is my calling. Yes. And I was telling Tiffany earlier that, I've been asking God for confirmation over and over again. And, everybody's been praying with me. I'm going to be messy for the show because that's the show. But I don't drink anymore. I try not to use profanity. I slip up every now and again. But the thing about it is, I've been praying and asking God for confirmation. When I'm on a cruise with all my friends, I told you the story. A lady came up to me and she said, well, how do I know you? And I knew she knew me from TV, but she just couldn't put it together. Lady about 67 years old, right? And you could tell she was a religious lady. I said, what? I said, you probably know me from church. She said, no, it ain't church. Where it ain't church. So my friend came up behind me and she says, I'm from Married to Medicine. She said, that's where it is. She said, you got a calling on your life and you don't need to act. And I'm just saying, because she said, you don't need to act a damn fool on TV no more. You got millions of people that are counting on you to get people where they need to be. And I already knew that. And I've been saying it. If y'all watch my blogs, I've already been confirmed that over and over again. But it's just making your skin crawl and your skin, when you hear it like God, I'm like, God, really, I really don't need, I ain't gonna say I don't want to do it. I want to do whatever God calls me to do, but I'm a dentist. Like, why are you putting this in my lap? I feel like I'm the one called to do it, and I'm bringing great people together. People like Tiffany Williams, people like, Josie that we had last week, real estate developer. We got people with the banks. We got banking people coming in. We got all these people and more at Dr. Heavenly University, starting out with a free webinar. And the free webinar, I'm going to tell you the truth, it's giving you information on risk and reward, but it's basically to get your information so we can continue to contact you. Then once you do my 5-day challenge, which is going to be action-packed, we start with the mindset, I don't care what nobody say, and people say it over and over again, you can't win. Just like the girl over there, I don't know her name, but if you crying about $97, you don't got the mindset because you don't understand the power. Because you'll give me $9,700 to learn what I'm about to teach. It ain't nothing. You can make that back tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. So $97 is to keep the fluff out the room. And if you got the right mindset, and we talk about affirmations and get your mindset, if you believe and you speak things, you got the power. God has given us power with our words over and over again, saying it. The people talk about vision boards, and I don't even know where Oprah is with her religion, but all these concepts are biblical. So you got to go back to the Bible and learn what God taught us to do. And I ain't no preacher. Y'all know I ain't. Go to the Bible and the concepts are there. Then it's telling you to get 7 streams of income, right? Then it's telling you to do good business. That's why I can't bring anybody around me, or I try to vet the people as best I can that I've worked with for years for some time, and bring the best people to the table so y'all ain't got to worry about no mess, So I love the fact that we're using our platform, for mess, that's entertainment, but for great goodness as well. I'm a dentist by trade. That's what I do. That's what I know. But I know a lot of things about business and finances because I've done it. I've owned a real estate company. I've owned a mortgage company. I've had my real estate license. It's just expired right now. Series 65, insurance license, all that. I know a lot about all these things, but I'm not going to teach all of that. I'm bringing my experts to the table and answering your questions. There are 3 different tiers to the university. Make sure you go on my website. It's a beautiful website that people created for me. And honestly, I don't even know how I'm putting this together. This is God's doing, because all I did, I talked to some guys. I told you that earlier. Some guys, they gave me the whole play for free. Then God said, no, I don't want you to work with these people. I don't want you to work. I want you to build this step by step on your own. And I was like, God, I don't got time for this. Like, okay, I want you to do this, that, and the other thing. And slowly but surely, we put it together and we got the information. We just want to see how we can best put it out there for y'all and let y'all understand the importance and the urgency that y'all get this financial education. Because people on the thing over here, I heard somebody say, money ain't everything. Y'all always talk about some money. Try to live without it. Try to live without it. When you got children and those children get sick, and I'm telling you, I know people that work in the hospital. My husband did the ER. The people are looking at the color of your skin and your classes, in your class rank, like where you are in your class. They're treating you differently. If you got some kind of income about you, you live longer because you're getting better food. You got more freedom. Time is total freedom. We're not talking about working all the time. We're talking about getting total freedom, understanding how to protect your assets so they continue to grow over a lifetime. We're talking about eating right, exercising. You can't do none of that stuff without money. If your child gets sick, tell me again if money ain't important to you. And the only people that really say money ain't important is the people who don't have none. But if you want some, come see Dr. Heavenly University. This ain't for everybody. I'm going to tell y'all that right here and now. I'm bringing all my top hitters to the table, and I continue to do so until God releases me from this task. But I love you guys. I want to talk to Tiffany just a little bit more. Tiffany, tell me this. What do you understand to be the single most best way to get out of the rat race of working every day? Because that's what the people want to know.
What I've understood is diversifying and asset accumulation. And you have to have it in different components. You can't just invest in the crypto space. You can't just invest in real estate. You have to diversify in a way that your money is working for you. You can make money in your sleep. I know that sounds cliche and a lot of people say it, but that is freedom. We don't have money. We don't look for money or desire money for anything other than freedom and flexibility. But what I will say to counter what Dr. Heavenly expressed is, number one, $97 is not a lot. And the knowledge and expertise that she gives and the people she's connected to is giving those that are complaining about the 97. It's about getting in the room and turning contacts into coins. You want to leverage opportunity. Okay. And just to go back to that, I just wanted to make sure that I said that, because if 97 is too much, you're already with the wrong mindset, and that needs to be shifted. Okay. Absolutely. But yeah, so when it comes to diversifying, you have to diversify in different areas. You know, she spoke about 7 streams of income. Some of my coaches, and even I know she has more than 7 streams of income, because when one bubble busts, you got to just move another one to rotate into place, and you don't miss a beat. So the opportunities, you have to put skin in the game. You have to operate in excellence. You have to do your research and due diligence and see what fits your pockets and your personality, not just your pockets, because we are more high risk, high reward. You may be low risk, low reward, but whatever it is, you have to work in an area that benefits you and works well with your family dynamic and your income potential. You can't say you want to be a multimillionaire or multiple 6 figures, but you're afraid to invest in yourself. You're afraid to put skin in the game if you're unsure that it is going to work 100%. You have to be okay with taking those risks, but diversify so you do not lose big in all.
And one thing I will tell you is not taking a risk is actually a risk. Because if y'all look at, here lately, I've heard that banks are trying to give a little bit more interest rate on your savings account. Because when I went to the bank, it was 0.01%. Now it's more banks trying to give 4%, 3.75%. The highest I've seen is like 4.25% on your savings for a wealth account. But the interesting thing is that ain't even keeping up with inflation. Listen, but I will tell you this. We're going to go over in Dr. Heavenly University that there is good debt and there is bad debt. Absolutely. When I say become debt free, that means become debt free from your mortgage, from your stuff like that. And you pay stuff off, right? And you don't want no bills, right? But the good debt is when you borrow money to get real money, right? You borrow the fiat, the dollar, which is debt, to get real money, which is land. We talk about the precious metals, gold, platinum, silver, palladium, all of these are things that are necessary to keep the world going. If you know anything about the cars that are coming that have to be electric, they need silver. This is a commodity that everybody needs, and it's going to go up in value. So I'm going to tell you what to get. The 7 streams of income, we're going to go over each one of them so you stay diversified. If one don't hit your passive investments, because we're talking about some passive investments that may or may not be working for you. Listen, you're going to have so many other things going on. If that one thing go down, you say, oh, no, I got this apartment building over here. Oh, no, I got my business over here that's bringing money in while I sleep. Because we're always going to say, click and order is better than brick and mortar. It just is. Get you an online business. You got to do it and promote yourself. You got to work. You got to put in the work. It ain't going to happen overnight. We not no get rich quick schemes. But the people I'm talking to, the dentists, physicians, attorneys, entrepreneur ladies that are about the dollar, they 2 steps away from being multi-millionaires. And that's what we're doing. We're bringing people to the table to take them over, right? Take them over to the next level at Dr. Heavenly University. Now, Tiffany, tell us how we can find you, darling.
You can find me. My website is www.whoistiffany, TIFFANEY, Williams.com. And on Instagram, you can find me at Dr. Tiffany, TIFFANEY, Williams. And that's my Instagram. That's my website.
All right. Well, we're going to bring so many people to the table. I'm going to go live probably every Wednesday and Friday. I thought about doing a podcast, but hell, going live is just is good. And I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube. So guys, if y'all want the knowledge, do me a big favor. Make sure if you hear what I'm saying today, put a number 7 in the comment section after I go off. Put in, and if you've heard something you want to share to your friends, make sure you share and let people know about Dr. Heavenly University. We only have a certain number of spots there, but I'm telling you, it's so powerful. It's going to change your life. And guys, I'm going to tell you, this is my calling. I wouldn't even play with it. It's my calling to empower individuals. And I've been told that I'm going to touch millions of lives. So I'm going to go with that, and I have to roll with it. And I thank God for all the opportunities. And I thank God for you, Tiffany. Thank you so much for your time.
For you too, sis.
And I hope to build a really positive relationship with only good people that have a great intention for helping people and changing families. With saying that, I'm going to see y'all later, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.